Think about everything you know about OCD. You have to check the locks 1,000 times. You have to wash your hands every time you touch anything. When you turn on the lights, you have to click the switch like 6 times and then touch your nose. This image bothers you. This is how the media has taught us to think about OCD. But what if I told you that OCD can be so much more than that, or something else altogether? Let's talk about that. OCD, or obsessive-compulsive disorder, was first described by Greek philosopher Plutarch, where he described a man who threw around flower petals because he couldn't get over how terrible of a person he felt he was. And that sounds crazy because, well, it is. But to that poor prehistoric man, who, if you're seeing this, I'm sorry for trudging all this up, it was the only thing that could help absolve him of the guilt he felt. Now, I don't mean to imply that we know for sure that this happened and that this man had funky things going on in his brain, but I do think it's interesting that the first described case of OCD is nothing like the stereotypical cases we hear about on TV. So, let's go deeper down the rabbit hole from hell that is the lesser known side of OCD. My OCD symptoms first became diagnosed around 2 years ago, at the age of 25. However, with the gift of hindsight, it's easy to see that my symptoms actually appeared much earlier, around 15 or 16. Back in 2011 and 2012, I did a bad thing. I was unloyal to my junior high partner. I felt so ashamed of this that I tore myself apart. I confessed everything I did to her that I felt she should know about. First, this was flirting with other girls, then it was looking at other girls, then it was thinking about other girls, then it was thinking about celebrities that happened to be other girls, then it was seeing a shower and convincing myself that I wanted to see her friends in the shower. Then, eventually we broke up. But it didn't stop there. Anything bad I did, I had to tell someone. I was looking for something on my family PC, and I accidentally found one of my mom's old Facebook chat logs. I called her on her cell phone while she was at work, and I told her, to which she was like, okay, who cares? I had to tell her about bad things I had done when I was a child that I thought I'd get grounded for if she had known at the time, like defacing the neighbor's water tank. And then one day, it just stopped. I had no idea why. I thought that maybe I had just finally gotten out all the bad things that I did. But how could a person just stop doing bad things? Did I just become a holy saint overnight? Then, I spent the next 10 years of my life occasionally doing bad things and just going on and living my life in peace. Cool, huh? Then, something bad happened. Well, first something good happened. I met the love of my life, and that was fantastic. However, I am still an ultimately flawed human being. I don't want to go into depths with what happened, because it's not a big deal at this stage of my life, but it boils down to this. I did something I regret. I was not proud of it, but I thought, I'll get over it, I'll go to bed, and when I wake up, it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. I woke up in a cold sweat. All I could think about were the atrocities I committed the night before. So, I told my girlfriend, and she was hurt, but I got it out, so the guilt was gone. Except it wasn't. Why? I told her everything. Except, no, I hadn't. What about that time like 6 years ago when you checked out some girl? Or that time like 5 minutes ago you looked in a girl's direction, so you might have checked her out? Or all the times you've watched wrestling and seen all those women running around in sports bras and shorts? You were only watching for them. Or maybe the time you've seen a literal 3-year-old shaking her butt at the mall while she was playing Pump It Up? Oh my god, you're a pedophile, you freak! Oh, and now you're wondering if you cheated and you don't know it, and every woman that passes you by is proof of it because you noticed she's there, and now you're having a mental breakdown to Sobeys parking lot, and oh god! This is what it's like. Even right now as I'm writing this script, and right now as I'm reading this script, I will be battling intrusive thoughts that I have, currently am in the process of, or will eventually do something bad that I must confess about. So, those are the obsessions, but what are the compulsions? Compulsions can be literally anything. Take, for example, the stereotypical representation of OCD, the person who constantly washes their hands. The obsession is the cleanliness of their hands and that there might be germs on their hands, and the compulsion is the act of washing their hands. I don't want to speak on behalf of anyone else and get it wrong, so I'll just speak to my own experiences. If I get an intrusive thought of checking out another woman, for example, immediately I start trying to recall the exact angle of me seeing that person. Is their butt visible? Did I look at it? If so, was it because they were wearing unusual clothing? If they were, did I look too long? Or was their outfit just an excuse for me to check someone out? Oh, okay, it was? Well, I'll just start convincing myself that it was only for a second, or that it's fine, because everyone does that. But wait, no, my girlfriend is the most beautiful girl in the world. Why do I want anyone else? And now I'm out of options. I am guilty of this thing. Now, the only way to be absolved of it is to message my girlfriend and tell her exactly what happened. But what exactly happened? Well, I don't know. That's kind of what started this whole thing, so let's just go with the worst case scenario. Okay, and now her feelings are hurt, but at least she knows about this thing you might have done last month. Net positive. Everybody wins. So yeah, that sucks. How are we still together? Short answer is she's an angel. The long answer is she's an angel and I'm learning to cope. The best way I've found to deal with this is to just let the thoughts exist and not engage with them. The best metaphor I've heard for this is an annoying neighbor. They're constantly knocking on the door, begging to come in just for a cup of coffee. The more you ignore them, the more often they show up and try to get in. But if you let them back and have that cup of coffee, they might not come back for a few days. It'll suck, but hey, they're gone for a while. I'll be frank. This sucks. But short-term pain for long-term gain. Through this technique, thoughts like this become a lot more manageable. So what is there to take away from this? I don't know. I just wanted to share my experience and maybe, just maybe, let someone out there know that they're not alone. Maybe this whole thing is just one huge compulsion. Man, I've never been good at outros. Let me share some resources to show myself out. Dr. Russ Harris made a brilliant video called Monsters on a Boat that expands further on the technique of acknowledging the bad thoughts but not engaging with them. NOCD is a website and app that allows people to share their experience, vent into the void, or find a dedicated exposure therapist to help them through their OCD journey. Matt Marshall on TikTok has made some excellent videos about self-forgiveness and acceptance. With this, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's stuck with me through all this. My family, friends, and girlfriend. In spite of my struggle over the last 2 years, I've somehow managed to accomplish great things. I won a national medal in Network Systems Administration. I started college. I'm entering my final semester with a 4.0 GPA. And I've made actual self-improvement, not just doom posting in my head about how shitty I am. This video might come as a surprise, and I'll be back to shit posting on Facebook again soon. But to everyone who stayed till the end, thank you so much. Just take care of yourself.